Welcome to Final Score. It really is an action-packed afternoon. There are 9 fixtures in the Premier League today. It's our busiest Saturday yet, with 7 of them being played quite dramatically right now, all of which means Steve Claridge, Martin Keown and Garth Crooks are being kept very busy. I won't disturb their concentration just yet. Let's fill you in on the early kick-off. It was a North London derby at the Emirates. Arsenal won it 3-0, but I've got goal news to give you straight away. Ivan Gaskell's at Craven Cottage. Which way has it gone?
It's gone to Fulham. Fulham 2, Liverpool 1, and on Halloween night, Liverpool are being given a fright by the River Thames here. They shouldn't really be in this position. They've dominated large parts of this game. Torres levelled it after Zamora had given Fulham a first-half lead, and now Nevland, a half-time substitute, has given Fulham the lead with a cheeky back heel after Guerra's little cross across the box when Liverpool should have cleared it, and they should have wrapped this game up a long time ago. They haven't, and Fulham lead it.
Well, Torres' substitution, I'm sure we'll hear a bit more about that from my panel in a moment. But let's go to Jackie Oatley at the Reebok Stadium for an update there.
We have 20 minutes to go, and the leaders, Chelsea, still leading Bolton by 2-0, and they're fully in control of this match, not least because Bolton are playing the whole of the second half with 10 men after J. Lloyd Samuel was sent off in stoppage time at the end of the first half for a clear foul on Drogba, who's clean through one-on-one with Jussi Jääskeläinen. And Frank Lampard scored the resulting penalty kick. Deco made it 2-0 on 61 minutes after a great run by Nicholas Anelka, who's been outstanding this afternoon. He found Deco, who feigned to shoot with his right foot, cut inside onto his left and just passed the ball into the back of the net, past Jussi Jääskeläinen, who's been absolutely outstanding today for Bolton. And if it wasn't for him, then the scoreline would be 5, 6, 7 or 8, quite literally.
Well, more signings off to talk about at Turf Moor. James Mason.
Yeah, Burnley 1, Hull 0, so the pressure on Phil Brown grows and continues, the speculation as well. It was a dubious penalty awarded against his side that could prove to be one of the final nails in his coffin. Stephen Hunt appeared to bring down Tyrone Mays in the box. The ever-dependable Graham Alexander scored, but to add insult to injury, Giovanni did find the net later with a 30-yard free kick that was ruled out, and then he was sent off for a second bookable offence. 3 contentious decisions, but the fact remains, it's Burnley 1, Hull 0.
Let's go to the Stadium of Light. Alan Biggs has watched a dramatic match there.
Yes, it's continuing to be dramatic, Gabby. It's 10-man Sunderland 1, West Ham 2. Kenwyne Jones having been sent off just before half-time, utterly without complaint, having shoved Herita Elunga in the face. And what a slap in the face as well for his side, who'd only just reduced the arrears with a sublime Andy Reid free kick. But more good signs today from West Ham. 2 fine first-half goals in quick succession, both carved out by Jack Collison and well taken by Guillermo Franco, his first for the club, and Carlton Cole. As so often in these situations, Sunderland have actually played far better with just the 10 men in this second half. Bent and Turner forcing saves from Green. Bent also missing badly, and just now Sana hitting the bar. It's not all over yet for Sunderland, but they trail 2-1.
Let's go to Goodison Park. David Moyes has been complaining about fixture congestion. Everton are facing Aston Villa today. How are they responding, Andrew James?
They started well, Gabby. It was Everton 1, Villa 0 just before half-time, with the Russian Dinyar Bilialatdinov getting the goal to put Everton ahead. But Villa made a substitution at half-time, sending on John Carew for James Milner, and Carew making an instant impression with the equalising goal for Aston Villa. Villa have looked dominant since then. Everton, though, have just sent on Louis Sahar in place of the ineffective Fellaini. It's Everton 1, Villa 1.
A great afternoon for the home side at Fratton Park. Andy May.
Yeah, things are looking up for Pompey as they defend a Wigan attack, and it's the first shot on target for Wigan. They lead 3-0 Portsmouth after 2 first-half goals on the break. Dindan scored first, chipping Kirkland. Keown got the second, playing the ball through the England keeper's legs, and now Dindan is on for his hat-trick after a tap-in at the back post. Wigan have been battered today. This will be Pompey's first win at home this season in the Premier League. Portsmouth 3, Wigan 0.
OK, let's go to the Britannia Stadium. Dan Rowan, Stoke had this one wrapped up, didn't they?
They looked to, Gabby, yes. They were 2-0 up and in command at half-time, but since then the game has been transformed by Jody Craddock. He was on loan here 2 years ago for 4 games. He's come back to haunt the host here this afternoon. The centre-back scored 2 second-half goals to bring Wolves level, and now it could go either way. Cracking game. Stoke 2, Wolves 2.
Thank you very much, Dan. OK, as I say, it was a North London derby in the lunchtime kick-off. Steve Wilson has the details. Let's go to Turf Moor. They lost there last week, but are Burnley getting their good home record back? James Mason.
It looks that way. It's now Burnley 2, Hull 0. Graham Alexander, the right-back, getting his second goal of the game. A lovely strike from about 25 yards out. Another nail in the coffin for Phil Brown. It's all going against him. Burnley 2, Hull City 0.
Turning into a terrible weekend for Phil Brown and Hull. But what kind of weekend is it for Fulham? Ivan Gaskell, there's an incident at Craven Cottage.
Yes, there certainly is. It's not a great weekend for Rafa Benitez at the moment because he's just seen his side go a goal behind. They trailed 2-1 here. Now he's seen his side go down to 10 men too. Philip Deggan has just gone off for a straight red card. It was a flying tackle, but I've seen much worse than that on Clint Dempsey. But Lee Mason, the referee, went straight for the pocket, straight for the card, and Deggan went straight off the pitch. It's one of those dubious decisions. The foot wasn't that high. It was a single-footed challenge. It was around about his ankle. It was a little late, but I would say not much more than that. The boys perhaps will have a more considered view, but it's 2-1 down Liverpool. They're up against it now.
Goal news at the Stadium of Light. Alan Biggs, Sunderland have got right back into this.
They have, and they deserve it. Sunderland 2, West Ham 2. It's been an utterly inspired performance with 10 men from Sunderland in this second half. They've dominated it right from the restart, and Kieran Richardson has deservedly got them level after a move inspired by Andy Reid, who has been the absolute heartbeat for Sunderland in this second half, constantly fashioning attacks. This one ended with Darren Bent's cross from the right beyond the keeper, and Richardson managing to bundle it in at the far post. Sunderland 2, West Ham 2.
West Ham came from 2 goals down last weekend against Arsenal. They've given 2 goals lead away today. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's do Liverpool first. Steve, obviously they take Torres off when it's 1-1. Benitez takes him off. We don't know for sure why. We're speculating it's because of the midweek European matches, and this is exactly the kind of thing that results for Liverpool time and time again, isn't it?
Gone off as well.
I can't believe this.
Jamie Carragher has been sent off as well. They're down to 9 men now.
I mean, this is it's quite incredible.
Okay. Let's go back and get the official word from Ivan Gaskell. Another sending off.
Unbelievable. It's really going from bad to worse for Liverpool because now they've lost their captain. Jamie Carragher has now been dismissed for pulling down Bobby Zamora, who appeared to go through on goal and then be pulled down. Carragher is pretty much arguing with the whole decision. He hasn't gone yet. It's going to be a free kick to Fulham. It's right in front of their own penalty area, Liverpool's penalty area. And it's something like 20 yards out, centre goal. Carragher is now going off. He's accepting it very, very reluctantly. And I will just tell you that Benayoun went off as a substitute a few minutes ago, replaced by Eccleston, and Benayoun was really deeply unhappy. But, you know, Carragher has still not left the pitch here. He's still appealing to the assistant referee to my right. And we're just got to see how this goes because the decision is upheld. A quick conflab between referee and his assistant, and Carragher has still not left the pitch. He's still disputing the whole incident. But you know, he was through on goal, Zamora. He was brought down, and I have to say that, for me, looked a little more clear-cut than the first one just a few minutes ago. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Jermaine Beckford's got his 11th of the season. Leeds winning 3-0 at Elland Road, their 11th consecutive win in the league, and that will extend their lead at the top of the league. Let's go back to this controversial match. Are we just watching Liverpool's season capitulate in front of our eyes here?
Yes, you
certainly are.
Let's just say this is deja vu for me. I remember getting them getting beat 3-1 at Reading, and they took players off then. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
2 years ago. This is exactly the same. He's thinking about the Champions League. I don't think Torres didn't look injured when he came off. He's thinking about the game ahead, and they've gone and lost this. And this is a one-box game for Liverpool now this season. If they get beat in Lyon, what have they got left? The FA Cup.
Well, that'll be their 5th defeat of the season, Garth. They'll be 8 points off where they were this time last season.
It is. I mean, I've never seen a week of football like it. There's controversy like you can't believe. There's goals flying in everywhere. I don't know where to start, but, I mean, can I just have a word about Burnley? And I know Martin's going to talk about it. Mike Jones, the referee at this game, Burnley versus Hull, owes Phil Brown a huge apology. He's got 3 major decisions terribly, terribly wrong. It could end up getting Phil Brown the sack. You've got to watch this game tonight if you are watching, if you can watch Match of the Day. They've got a new chairman in, I think it's...
well, Adam Pearson, it's been confirmed Adam Pearson will be installed on Monday.
And I think Phil Brown bearing in mind the injustice that he's actually faced, has behaved very dignified.
Are you with Garth completely on that?
The
Is this
referee's
all the
decisions
referee?
today, Giovanni, a fantastic free kick. He's annoyed, he's argued with the referee, he's got books, and he's slipped into his tackle and he's been sent off, and they're down to 10, they're 2-0 down.
OK, let's go back to Fulham. More substitutions going on there. Ivan Gaskell, what's happening at Craven Cottage?
Well, hang on, because there could be a goal. That might be what's happening, but I'm not so sure. Zamora has put the ball in the net, but he was offside. So it's as you were, 2-1 it remains here. Liverpool down to 9 men, remember. Degan and Carragher have been dismissed, but also changes voluntarily by Rafa Benitez that you might want to query. At least Torres, one of the finest strikers in the world, off when Liverpool needed a goal midway through the second half. Benayoun has been replaced and Keown has been replaced. 3 of the stalwarts of this Liverpool side are sitting watching the last 6 or 7 minutes of this in a game that Liverpool really needs to keep alive. Babel and Eccleston and Ayala are the men that have come on, but this looks pretty much a desperate cause now for Liverpool as Fulham make a substitution. Greening is about to go off, and I think Dixon Atuhu is coming on for Fulham, who lead 2-1.
Well, it was spring 2007, the last time Fulham scored against Liverpool, so a great day for them. Controversy, though, of course, for Liverpool. Let's go back to Celtic Park. Brian McLaughlin, since the last time we spoke to you, more goals.
Yeah, Celtic 3, Kilmarnock 0. McGeady and Samaras in the first half scoring for Celtic. Then just 12 minutes left for playing. Substitute Niall McGinn scored Celtic's third, playing a 1-2 with Aidan McGeady before firing a terrific right foot shot past Cammy Bell. Just 2 minutes left for play. Celtic 3, Kilmarnock 0.
Let's do this goal first. OK, let's go to the Reebok Stadium. More goal news, Jackie Oatley.
And it's another goal to the leaders, Chelsea. They now lead Bolton by 3-0. It's come from an unlikely source in that it was supplied by Ricardo Carvalho from the left-hand side of the penalty area. He flicked in the cross with the outside of his right boot. And there was fullback Branislav Ivanovic, a fellow defender, to head the ball past Jussi Jääskeläinen. Fully deserved. 10 men, Bolton 0, Chelsea 3.
Chelsea's happy players get happier. Liverpool's players, what do you feel like tonight? You're on the bus going home, or however they're getting home tonight, and Torres has been substituted, watches his team capitulate like that, players sent off. What does that do for morale?
If it's confirmed that Benitez has taken Torres off to rest him for the game against Lyon on Wednesday...
Which is what we understand from the liaison officer in the tunnel.
If what is Ivan Gaskell saying is true, then you've really got to question Benitez's judgment, because Torres was on fire, scored a great goal, and at 1-1, when he took him off, Liverpool were in control of the game.
Garth, it belittles the Premiership. There's no point in playing the Premiership. If you're not going to try and win it, you leave him on, you try and win the game.
You're not saying,
enough
Steve,
to
you're
play
not...
next on Wednesday.
OK, I've got to go back to Fulham. More goals. Ivan Gaskell.
Well, if Rafa Benitez was clinging to any kind of hope of pulling this one out of the fire, it's just been extinguished. Clint Dempsey has scored. It's 3-1 Fulham, and a game that Liverpool was there to win, have lost it. And I think that really has been a job they've done themselves. 3 substitutions, 2 dismissals. It's gone horribly wrong for Rafa.
Terrible, terrible day for Liverpool. Leeds United 4-0 up now against Yeovil. Let's go to the Riverside Stadium. Paul Addison. Plymouth were ahead on Gordon Strachan's debut as Middlesbrough manager.
Yeah, the Pilgrims are party poopers at the moment because they still lead 1-0 through that Jamie Mackie goal on 64 minutes, and Borough have missed a penalty. Sean St Ledger brought down Adam Johnson's spot kick was saved. Plymouth 1-0 up.
And staying in the Championship to the Hawthorns. West Brom putting on a performance today, Mark Webber.
West Brom 5, Watford 0. Gabby, the next train to Watford leads in the next 10 minutes. And if I was a Watford fan, I'd go now and beat the rush because their finishing has been awful. They could have been at least 5-all, but Danny Graham's missed the target more times than the worst contested on bullseye. At the other end, West Brom have been scoring for fun. Olsen's opener, well taken. Doran's penalty, pinpoint. Luke Moore's second half opener, lethal rebound. The fourth from Zyvalon, determined low drive, as was Simon Cox's goal. Halloween hell for Watford, 5-0 West Brom.
Well, that would put them to the top of the table tonight. Something historic could be happening, and it's not even November. David Garrido, is this a Halloween trick at Portman Road?
No, it's not. Ipswich 1, Derby 0. They are on course to their first league win of the season. They've got just minutes to hold out to get it. Scrappy first half, but Ipswich got the reward for their attacking intent in the second. Liam Rosenior swinging in a superb cross, and it was the diminutive left-back, David Wright, who headed home. It's Ipswich 1, Derby 0.
How many minutes left to play?
Just 3 minutes per stoppage time.
3 minutes, OK, fingers crossed. Let's go to Goodison Park. A red card there, Andrew James, to tell us about.
Yeah, Gabby, if David Moyes was unhappy at refereeing decisions before this game, he'll certainly be furious after, because Everton's goal scorer Billy Letadinov has been sent off, a straight red for a challenge on Stilian Petrov. And I have to say it was harsh listening to some of those other decisions around the country today. This one equally seems very, very harsh by Lee Probert. The scoreline remains with a couple of minutes left on the watch. Everton 1, Villa 1, but Everton down to 10 men.
More reasons, if you needed any, to watch Match of the Day tonight. Harry Gratian has had a wonderful afternoon at the Keown Stadium.
Hey, I tell you what, Gabby, 5 good reasons to watch the Championship as well. This has been a fantastic game and a great goal from Ben Burgess. Could well have got 3 points for Blackpool. It's still anybody's game, though. There's about 3 minutes left, 3-2 Blackpool.
Hamish Marshall's at Ashton Gate. Bristol City have got a great record there. Is it going to stand?
It might well stand, but it's not the way they'd like it. It's 1-1. They haven't lost here since last December. The game's taken a familiar pattern. They can't hold a lead as we move into stoppage time. Nicky Maynard's third goal in 3 games put them ahead, but they then retreated and Wednesday got on terms through Luke Varney, and they've also had a really strong penalty claim turned down. Stoppage time at 1-1.
It's looking like 4 matches since Coventry last had a win. Mark Bishop is at the Ricoh Stadium.
Certainly is, Gabby. Coventry 1, Reading 3. Play to the whistle is that age-old adage in the game, something Coventry forgot, allowing Gregor's Raziak, who's been outstanding in this match, to bag his second after the Coventry defence stood still. Reading suffering 4 defeats on the bounce up until this afternoon. They played with passion and desire all over the pitch. Coventry never recovering after Raziak's early goal inside 30 seconds. Reading coasting to 3 points. Coventry 1, Reading 3.
Goal news in the SPL, it's come at Easter Road. Ian Turner.
2 minutes left. Hibs have finally done it against 9-man Aberdeen. Substitute Colin Nish. Powerful header. 2 minutes remaining. Hibs 1, Aberdeen 0.
Off there. Sunderland, didn't he?
Another sending off at the Stadium of Light. Alan Biggs, who this time?
Yes, West Ham are depleted to 10 men now. A routine decision for Andre Mariner, the referee. Radoslav Kovac, the West Ham midfielder, sent off for a second caution, following which he needed treatment, but it was a formality with the referee hovering over him. So it's 10 against 10 in the final minutes here. Still 3 minutes plus a good deal of stoppage time in what's been a thundering good game. It's 2 apiece.
Another sending off at Goodison Park. Andrew James.
Well, this one was absolutely ridiculous, Gabby. I hate to go on national outlets and start talking about referees, but Lee Probert's going to have to explain himself to Keith Hackett and others for this one. It was just quite simply to level things up, and I have no interest in Villa or Everton idea together between them, but it was Cuellar who got the second yellow. He put the ball out, he made contact with the ball, he was shown a yellow, realised it was a second, and both sides now down to 10 men. Chaos, madness. Everton 1, Villa 1.
OK, let's get an update from Steve Sutton at Brunton Park. Second place, Charlton are playing Carlisle, going for the win. How's it looking?
Yes, they definitely got it. I think Gabby, Carlisle 3, Charlton 1, and another absolute belter from Graham Kavanagh. I thought his first on the hour was good enough, but this one, again, 20-odd yards out, found the top corner of the net. Keeper with no chance at all. Halloween night, a real treat of a performance from Carlisle. They lead 3-1.
That'll be a famous win for them. Let's go to Andy Barnwell. They were top this morning at Bournemouth, playing third place Rochdale.
Well, Rochdale are turning over the league leaders here. They lead 4-0. Chris Dagnall with a cool finish in first half stoppage time. Then in the second half, Chris O'Grady, the best goal of the lot from Simon Whaley, and a fourth for Rochdale, the second of the game for O'Grady. The day's sport, though, for the visitors, Nathan Stanton red-carded for a challenge on Bournemouth substitute Marvin Bartley. But it's Bournemouth 0, Rochdale 4.
8 sendings off today so far in the Premier League. None at the Britannia Stadium, but is there a winner coming, Dan Rowan?
There could well have been, Gabby, just a few seconds ago. Abdou Faye, the Stoke captain, had an open goal to aim at when he met Matthew Etherington's corner. Instead, he headed over the goal. They were in control at half-time, Stoke. Tony Pulis will be livid with the way they've let this one go. Wolves have displayed courage and character to come back. 2 Jody Craddock goals, Stoke 2, Wolves 2. It could go either way.
That would take Wolves to 16th in the table. What do you make of this red card mist, which has kind of descended over the Premier League today?
Have we had sort of 7 sendings off?
8.
8. I think I've seen half a bad challenge.
Well,
half a bad challenge today.
Gabby, I know it's Halloween, but trick or treat, some of these players will feel they've been tricked, really, with some of these decisions today.
You're aggrieved by most of them.
Well, exactly. I think some of them have been very
OK,
poor.
it's just time to visit Harry Gratian one more time at the Keown Stadium.
3-3, Gabby. Great goal from Billy Shott. Having said that, Blackpool are furious. They think he was offside. They don't bother at the moment, though, Doncaster Rovers. Deserved 3-3.
That match needs is a red card, I tell you. Let's go to Fratton Park. Andy May.
It's a penalty to Portsmouth. They already lead 3-0. They were cruising. Keown got the ball inside the box. He was definitely tripped. I think it might have been Melchiot who's just having a few words with the referee. He'll definitely get a booking, I think. It's a penalty which Keown will be not taking himself. The penalty will be taken in a few minutes.
OK, we'll come back to that one in a second. They're just lining up to take that penalty. Did you see that incident, Garth?
Yeah,
Definite penalty for you?
Yeah, he caught it, definitely.
Yeah, referee's got that correct.
Let's go back to Andy May then. Are they ready to take it?
Yes, it's Dindan who will take the penalty. He's already on 2 goals after a tap-in at the far post and also a goal in the first half before half-time. He steps up on his right, shoots down the right-hand side, and that is the match ball his. He's scored. Portsmouth 4, Wigan 0. That's 8 goals in a week.
Ding dong, din dan, hat-trick for him. Of course, during the week, Chelsea beat Bolton, put 4 goals past Bolton at Stamford Bridge, 4-0. Jackie Oatley, what's happened today?
It's 4-0 again, a 4th goal in added time, another fantastic one, nonchalantly scored by Didier Drogba after a lovely move involving Deco and Lampard, finished off from close range by Drogba, just in front of the Chelsea supporters. Thoroughly convincing victory, and it means that the last 4 Chelsea matches will have ended 4-0, 5-0, 4-0 and 4-0.
Happy camp there, I imagine. Not so in the Liverpool dressing room. Ivan Gaskell there.
And on Halloween night, what followed was a late horror show. Both Degan and Carragher saw red cards. Fulham cashed in. Nevland and Dempsey won the game late on for Fulham. Rafa Benitez and Liverpool, though, simply lost it. Fulham 3, Liverpool 1.
Will he lose his job, though, Garth? I mean, you know, they say they can't afford to sack him, but the kind of decisions he's made today, you think, are unforgivable.
Well, you know, I've been hysterical on this process before, so, I mean, this is a time for context. Rafa Benitez is considered to be a top-class manager, but today you have to question his judgment. If he's taken off Fernando Torres when they 1-1, he's flying, he scored goals, and Liverpool look like they're in control. You take him off to save him for a Champions League game on Wednesday. Lots of things can happen by then. He's on fire, playing.
OK, the post-mortems will continue, but pinch yourself. We're going to Portman Road, and it's good news for Roy Keane's Ipswich. David Garrido.
Ipswich 1, Derby 0, the full-time score. It's taken 15 games, but they've finally got a league win this season. Left-back David Wright heading home a pinpoint cross from right-back Liam Rosenior. They held out after that, despite plenty of chances for Derby from Dickov, Moxey and Hughes. Thomas Priskin spurned a golden chance at Ipswich to make it 2-0 late on. Will Roy Keane care? I very much doubt it. It's finished. Ipswich 1, Derby 0.
Sounds like a cup final there. It definitely won't be for Hull. The atmosphere at Turf Moor, I imagine, decidedly more funereal, James Mason. It's been a bad week. It's just got a bit worse.
It certainly has. Final score, Burnley 2, Hull 0. Burnley returning to winning ways, but the speculation, as you say, will be on Phil Brown as Hull City manager. And it's referee Mike Jones that will give him nightmares tonight. Graham Alexander scored from the penalty spot for Burnley when Stephen Hunt appeared to trip Tyrone Mears in the first half, before a second-half free kick by Giovanni was ruled out for the softest of push in the Burnley wall. Minutes later, referee Jones sent Giovanni off for a second full offence when he clearly appeared to slip. But Burnley's credit, Alexander did score a bona fide second to wrap up the points. But all attention now will point to Phil Brown's future. Burnley 0, Hull 2.
Great win for Burnley, a great win for Chelsea. Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. A fair result, Andrew James?
Yeah, Everton went ahead through their Russian midfielder Bilia Letdinov just before half-time, Gabby. And Villa then sent on John Carew for the second half, and within minutes of the restart, his deflected shot had pulled Villa level. A straight red for the Russian, though, seemed too harsh for an ill-timed but not malicious challenge on Villa captain Petrov. But the second yellow that followed minutes later for Villa's Carlos Cuellar was unbelievably poor as a decision by one of our supposedly elite referees. The draw was a fair result, but the reputation of referee Lee Probert was the loser as he spoiled a well-contested game between two evenly balanced sides. Everton 1, Villa 1.
Let's go to the Stadium of Light. West Ham were the comeback kids last weekend. They'll know how Arsenal felt last week now, won't they, Alan Biggs?
Absolutely. Sunderland 2, West Ham 2, an absolutely pulsating game which finished 10 against 10. Hammers Kovac dismissed near the end with his team hanging on desperately, having led 2-0, and Sunderland should even have won. Chances galore there were. Darren Bent in the thick of them during a second half siege, and Steve Bruce at one point throwing himself to the turf in frustration. Good point, I suppose, for both sides. Not what West Ham wanted, though, after Franco and Cole scored in quick succession. Andy Reid replied with a great free kick. Kenwyne Jones was sent off, but Kieran Richardson got the deserved equaliser. 2-2, it's finished here.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the Britannia Stadium. The same score line. Stoke will be ruining the chance to have won 3 in a row.
Absolutely, Gabby, yes, the proverbial game of two halves. The hosts were in command at half-time, an own goal from Kobe, and then a stunning volley from Matthew Etherington set them on course, as you say, for a third successive Premier League win for the first time. Wolves looked out of it, but soon they were level. Jody Craddock coming back to haunt his old side with 2 goals, both set up by Nenad Milias. Both teams had chances to win it in a frantic finale, but 2-2 it remained. I suspect Mick McCarthy will be delighted, Tony Pulis furious.
Well, there's one man on the South Coast who will be absolutely thrilled, and that's Paul Hart. Andy May, a great afternoon for the home side. A great week for the home side, actually, at Fratton Park.
Yes, 8 goals in a week. 4-0 at Fratton Park. Portsmouth fans could definitely get used to this. It's very noisy here. Dindan bagged a hat-trick this afternoon, chipping Kirkland in the first half, tapping one in after the restart, and then scoring a penalty after Keown was tripped in the box. Keown also on the score sheet. The away side shot over. They shot wide, but they never, ever came close to troubling David James. Pompey 4, Wigan 0.
We're going to take stock for a minute. Don't forget, you can get all the build-up and all the goals as they go in from 2:30 every Saturday. All you have to do is press the red button. We're here waiting for you. But it's time now to get the full classified results with Tim Gudgin.
Thanks, Gabby. In the Barclays Premier League, Arsenal 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Bolton Wanderers 0, Chelsea 4. Burnley 2, Hull City 0. Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. Fulham 3, Liverpool 1. Manchester United and Blackburn Rovers kick off at 5:30. Portsmouth 4, Wigan Athletic 0. Stoke City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Sunderland 2, West Ham United 2. And on to the Coca-Cola Championship, Bristol City 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Coventry City 1, Reading 3. Doncaster Rovers 3, Blackpool 3. Ipswich Town 1, Derby County 0. Middlesbrough 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. Peterborough United 1, Barnsley 2. Preston North End 1, Crystal Palace 1. Scunthorpe United 0, Swansea City 2. West Bromwich Albion 5, Watford 0. In Coca-Cola League 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 3, Hartlepool United 3. Carlisle United 3, Charlton Athletic 1. Exeter City 3, Brentford 0. Leeds United 4, Yeovil Town 0. Leyton Orient 2, Southampton 2. Millwall 2, Colchester United 1. Milton Keynes Dons 2, Bristol Rovers 1. Stockport County 1, Norwich City 3. Tranmere Rovers 1, Swindon Town 4. Wycombe Wanderers 2, Walsall 3. In League 2, AFC Bournemouth 0, Rochdale 4. Burton Albion 0, Bury 0. Cheltenham Town 0, Crewe Alexandra 4. Chesterfield 1, Barnet 0. Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Port Vale 1. Hereford United 2, Darlington 1. Macclesfield Town 2, Bradford City 2. Morecambe 3, Lincoln City 1. Notts County 1, Shrewsbury Town 1. Rotherham United 0, Aldershot Town 0. Torquay United 1, Northampton Town 0. In the Blue Square Premier, Cambridge United 2, Kidderminster Harriers 0. Chester City 3, AFC Wimbledon 1. Crawley Town 3, York City 1. Ebbsfleet United 0, Wrexham 1. Forest Green Rovers 1, Eastbourne Borough 1. Grays Athletic 3, Barrow 3. Kettering Town 1, Stevenage Borough 1. Luton Town 0, Rushton and Diamonds 2. Mansfield Town 1, Histon 1. Oxford United 1, Altrincham 0. Salisbury City 0, Gateshead 1. And Tamworth 0, Hayes and Yeading United 2. In the Clydesdale Bank Scottish Premier League, Celtic 3, Kilmarnock 0. Hibernian 2, Aberdeen 0. Motherwell 1, Hearts 0. St Johnstone 3, Falkirk 1. St Mirren 0, Hamilton Academical 2. In the Arnbrew Scottish Division 1, Airdrie United 3, Ayr United 1. Dunfermline Athletic 1, Dundee 1. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 4, Greenock Morton 1. Partick Thistle 1, Wraith Rovers 2. Queen of the South 2, Ross County 0. And Division 2 in Scotland, Alloa Athletic 2, Clyde 0. Arbroath 0, Stenhousemuir 3. Cowdenbeath 2, East Fife 1. Dumbarton 0, Brechin City 0. Peterhead 3, Stirling Albion 2. And Scottish Div 3, Berwick Rangers 2, Albion Rovers 0. East Stirlingshire 1, Annan Athletic 3. Montrose 0, Livingston 3. Queen's Park 0, Elgin City 3. Stranraer 1, Forfar Athletic 0.
OK, let's have a look at the Premier League table then. That victory at Bolton leaves Chelsea 5 points clear of the chasing pack. Arsenal up to second after once again getting the better of neighbours Tottenham. Manchester United can close to within 2 points of top spot if they beat Blackburn in the 5:30 kickoff. Liverpool lose more ground. Defeat at Fulham, their 6th loss in 7 league and cup games. Aston Villa missed the chance to go 4th after drawing at Everton. At the bottom, Pompey stay bottom despite that victory against Wigan, but Paul Hart's men are now just 3 points from safety. Pompey there just below West Ham, who couldn't hang on to a 2-goal lead at Sunderland, remain without a win since the opening day. And a difficult week for Hull City ended with a disappointing defeat at Burnley. To the Championship now. West Brom are the new leaders after returning to form with a 5-0 thumping of Watford. They're a point clear of Newcastle, who play Sheffield United on Monday. Third place Leicester won at QPR last night. Cardiff in 4th will go top if they beat Nottingham Forest tomorrow. That match live on BBC Two. At the bottom, Ipswich's long-awaited first win of the season isn't quite enough to haul them off the bottom. They're below Peterborough on goal difference. Darren Ferguson's side lost at home to Barnsley. Plymouth climb a place after their fine win at Middlesbrough. Gordon Strachan's debut match there. Reading are out of the relegation zone following victory at Coventry. On to League One. Leeds go from strength to strength. 7 points clear after beating Yeovil 4-0 at Elland Road. Charlton suffered their 2nd defeat of the season, losing 3-1 at Carlisle. They remain in 2nd place. Paul Ince's MK Dons are below them on goal difference. They're up to 3rd after beating Bristol Rovers. At the bottom, Wycombe blew a 2-goal lead to lose at home to Walsall. Still 2 points adrift of Tranmere at the bottom. Tranmere were beaten 4-1 at home by Swindon. Southampton, who have that 10-point penalty, drew at Leyton Orient. And Stockport joined them in the bottom 4 after losing to Norwich. To League Two now. Bournemouth's lead now cut down to 2 points, thrashed 4-0 at home by Rochdale, who move up to 2nd place. Dagenham kept their unbeaten home record intact thanks to a late equaliser against Port Vale. Let's go to the bottom of the table now. Steve Staunton's Darlington remain at the foot of the table on 5 points after defeat at Hereford, who move up to 17th. Second bottom, Grimsby drew with Accrington last night. They're on 11 points. Oxford United top of the Blue Square Premier with an 8-point lead. Stevenage, Kettering and Mansfield and Luton all well placed there inside the playoff places. And at the bottom, Chester City at 7-point deficit. They're still that far away from Ebbsfleet despite winning today. Let's go to the SPL now. Celtic stretched their lead to 3 points with victory against Kilmarnock. Hibs up to 2nd after beating Aberdeen 2-0 at Easter Road. 3rd place Rangers travel to Dundee United tomorrow, while 4th placed Motherwell there beat Hearts 1-0. Bottom side Falkirk are 4 points adrift after losing at St Johnstone. And here are today's headlines from the Barclays Premier League. It's Bolton 0, Chelsea 4. No stopping the Blues right now. Lampard, Deco and Drogba all find the net as Ancelotti's men go 5 points clear. Burnley 2, Hull City 0. More misery for the Tigers, and under fire boss Phil Brown. A Graham Alexander brace leaves Hull just a point off the bottom. Portsmouth 4, Wigan 0. Portsmouth win at home in the league for the first time this season. They beat Wigan 4-0, but they do stay bottom tonight. Stoke 2, Wolves 2. Jody Craddock's double rescues a point for Wolves. They come from 2-0 down to draw at the Britannia. Sunderland 2, West Ham 2. Reid and Richardson inspire a Sunderland rally as they come back to draw with West Ham. Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. John Carew salvages a point for Villa at Goodison, but Martin O'Neill's side missed the chance to break into the top 4 tonight. Match of the day will be bursting with goals and red cards. BBC One, 10:30. Gary is in with the Allens for that one. I'm sure they've got plenty to say, particularly the Hanson on Liverpool. Following that, Manish has all the league goals in the Football League show on BBC One. That's 5 to midnight. And then tomorrow's live championship football comes from the brand new Cardiff City Stadium. The Bluebirds take on Forest. We're on air at 4:45 on BBC Two and the HD channel. And on Sunday, you can see Birmingham City against Manchester City at Match of the Day 2 at BBC 2, 10 o'clock. Can Paula Radcliffe make it 4 victories in the New York Marathon? You can see on the red button on Sunday from 2 o'clock. But we're going straight to Craven Cottage. John Motson has picked the match this week. Every week you see the most dramatic things every week, Motty. You've got a knack for it, I know. But we didn't envisage this one evolving in quite the way it has. First of all, can you clear up Torres for us? Was he substituted purely to save his legs for Europe?
Well, certainly that was my impression, and I said that in the commentary, and I heard Garth Crooks quite rightly say it was something of a turning point in the game, Gabby. But I think what's going to make the headlines here is not so much that substitution, but the 2 red cards which Lee Mason handed to Philip Deggan and Jamie Carragher. I don't think they were the worst fouls in the world, although Carragher, it could be argued, was the last man when Zamora was breaking through. But just going back to Liverpool in general, Gabby, it was all very well people getting overexcited about them beating Manchester United. This was always going to be a difficult week. And as always with Rafael Benitez, it seems they take 1 step forward and they take 2 steps back. Defeated at Arsenal in the Carling Cup, a competition that you would have thought they would have tried to win, or should have a chance of winning, I should say. And then here today against Fulham, well, Fulham played well, mind you. Let's take nothing away from that. Liverpool got back to 1-1 through Torres. And then in the second half, following the substitution, Fulham pulled away and finished up playing against 9 men.
Banayoun and Kite also substituted, so there's more to be discussed perhaps in that area. But let's park that one for a second, because is this now, can we categorically say, the end of their title aspirations?
Well, the way Chelsea and Arsenal have played today, my answer to that would be conditionally yes. Liverpool can't keep losing games like this and expect to stay in the race. And I think, as I said, the 2 London clubs today have won convincingly. I don't think the race is quite as wide open as some people think. I think Chelsea and Arsenal and Manchester United are the best 3 teams in the country. And I think in the end, in whatever order, I think that's how it will finish. But certainly there's an awful lot of inquests going to go on about this Liverpool performance.
Let's give a line of credit, shall we, to Roy Hodgson's men as well, though, because I spoke to you before, and, he was clear, wasn't he, that this is his priority. He's got a European match in the week as well, but like he said, a relegation for them is an unconscionable thought. He's not going to go down there. He'll sacrifice Europe to stay in the Premier League.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is where I think Benitez priorities sometimes get confused. There's no confusion with Roy Hodgson. He knows that Premier League consolidation, if that's a fair word to use about Fulham, is more important than European glory. And I have to say this as well, Gabby, about Fulham today. It's all right saying Liverpool were without Steven Gerrard and Glenn Johnson, but Fulham were without Danny Murphy, who's normally their midfield orchestrator, and they're also without Andrew Johnson, who would normally be seen as their number 1 striker. But all of a sudden, Bobby Zamora's suddenly finding the target.
Thank you very much, Motti. Speak to you soon, no doubt. Let's talk about the sendings off. Were they harsh?
I thought the Carragher incident was fair. He got away with it last week with Michael Owen. He got away with it for me. He didn't get away with it this week. He definitely impeded the play, and it was a goal-scoring opportunity. Carragher may have felt he got the ball, but he impeded the player.
He gets the wrong side. You know, it's classic. He's through. He pulls him, but it allows him to. He makes a tackle. I mean, Steve's making that point that he makes a tackle, but he only makes the tackle because he's fouled him in the first place. So no complaints. Down to 9 men, and you know, at that point, all their best players are off the pitch.
Steve, they're down to 5th. If Manchester City beat Birmingham tomorrow, they're in 6th place. Liverpool.
9 points off. I mean, this is. I mean, what is it? 5 defeats now already. It's an appalling start. It's all started in the summer, hasn't it? You know, they've lost Alonso. Players that Mascherano wants to go. We all know that they're down there. They're almost a two-box team. What he's done there, that's a cardinal sin what he's committed there, because he's literally written the Premiership off again at this stage, and he's gone for the Champions League, and it's a one-box game for now this season for Liverpool. It's all Lyon or nothing.
If he's under pressure, Phil Brown must be under the same kind of weight of pressure, because today was allegedly a must-win, at least a must-draw, Garth, and he lost it.
Yeah, I can't help feeling there's a bit of a witch hunt out for Phil Brown at the moment. Adam Pearson's come in now, new chairman. I'd like to think he would stand by him in the short term, because what happened to him today was a terrible injustice. People are going to watch Match of the Day tonight because it's an extraordinary show, but that game in particular, you've never seen a referee make so many mistakes.
Stay with us, because you'll hear from Martin. Sorry, Martin, just running out of time. And you'll hear from Ancelotti, Redknapp, Wenger, and hopefully Phil Brown as well on the red button. That's just about it from us from BBC One. More reaction to today's results and interviews from those involved on the red button and online, and from the guys here, of course. If you're staying with us for that reaction from the Premier League, we're going to see you on the red button in just a few moments' time. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.